Everyone. So you know how we always say, send us your thoughts and links to interesting stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you guys really outdid yourselves this time. You sent us a ton of information on Google's Gemini 2.0.
We've got articles, transcripts, demos.
Seriously, it's like AI agent overload, right? But don't worry, we're here to help.
We'll be your guides through this mountain of AI hype.
That's right, and we'll make sure we reach the summit together without getting lost.
Exactly.
So to put it simply, Gemini 2.0 is all about AI agents.
But not just answering your questions.
It's about AI that can actually see, hear, and act.
In both the digital A&D, the physical world.
I mean, some of the stuff we read about was straight up mind-blowing, like an AI that can remember your door codes.
Or help you sort your laundry based on the care tags.
Even give you real-time advice while you're playing a video game.
So before we get lost in the hype, let's take a step back and clarify what makes Gemini 2.0 so different.
Yeah, because we've seen a lot of AI advancements lately. What really sets this one apart?
Well, one key difference is that Gemini 2.0 is multimodal. Think about how you experience the world.
Right, with our senses. Sight, sound, touch.
Exactly. Gemini is designed to process information in a similar way.
So it's not just reading text, it's understanding images, audio, maybe even spatial information.
Exactly. It can understand and generate all of that, which makes it much more capable of interacting with the real world.
It's almost like teaching a computer to think more like a human.
Right. It's a big step in that direction. Now, you sent over a bunch of stuff about AI agents and...
Yeah, that term sounded kind of sci-fi to me at first.
Well, think of it like this. An AI agent is a program that can perceive its environment and then make decisions based on what it perceives and take actions to achieve a certain goal.
So it's like having a super smart assistant that can actually figure things out on its own.
Yes. And this is where Gemini 2.0 gets really interesting. Google has been working on some seriously impressive demos to showcase these agents in action.
Right. And we're going to dive into 3 of the key ways Gemini is changing the game, starting with Project Astra.
Now, you sent us some notes about their London demo. What caught your eye?
Oh, it was wild. They had Gemini 2.0 running on a Pixel phone, and it was doing all kinds of things, helping someone navigate their apartment, deciphering laundry symbols, finding the perfect gift, even providing real-time pronunciation help.
And you mentioned the seamless language switching, right?
Yes. The AI was switching between languages so smoothly, it was really impressive.
It was amazing. That kind of multilingual capability is a huge step forward.
It really opens up a whole world of possibilities.
But let's talk about the tech behind the magic. How is Project Astra pulling all this off?
Yeah, what's going on behind the scenes?
Well, Astra uses something called multi-modal memory. Think about how you remember things, like how a lemon looks and how it tastes.
Right.
Astra can store those different kinds of memories too. It can remember things you've shown it or told it, and connect that to real-time info from the internet.
So it's constantly learning and adapting, not just relying on a fixed database.
Exactly. And then it uses tools on your phone, like the camera or GPS, to interact with the physical world.
So it's not just living in the digital world, it's connected to our physical reality too.
Precisely. Which brings up an interesting question. How comfortable are we with an AI having that level of access to our lives?
That's a good point. It makes you think, right? We want the AI to be helpful, but...
Right, but we don't want to feel like it's taking over.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance.
Finding that balance will be super important as these AI agents become more and more integrated into our lives.
Agreed. All right, well, let's move on to the next big thing. You also sent over some info on Project Mariner, which focus on the online world.
Yes. And that demo was straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? They had this AI agent.
It was controlled through a Chrome extension.
Right, just a simple extension. And it could navigate websites.
Find information.
Even fill up online shopping carts.
It was mind-blowing to watch.
I know. Imagine giving it a list of companies and instantly getting all their contact info.
Or needing some art supplies.
Yeah.
And the agent not only finds exactly what you need, but adds the specific colors you want to your Etsy cart.
All from a simple prompt.
It would save so much time and effort.
Right. But of course, there are always concerns with this level of automation.
Yeah, like online security and privacy.
Exactly. Those are valid concerns. And that's why Google has been emphasizing the human-in-the-loop aspect of Mariner.
What does that mean?
You can actually see what the agent is thinking and how it's making decisions.
Okay.
And you can stop or pause it at any time.
Oh, that's good. It's not just running off and doing its own thing.
Right. It's about giving you control and transparency.
So it's more like a partnership. The AI is working with you, not just for you.
That's the idea. Okay, so we've talked about Project Astra, which focuses on the physical world, and Project Mariner, which tackles the online world.
Right, but what's the engine that's making all of this possible?
Good question, and that brings us to Gemini 2.0 Flash. It might sound a bit technical at first,
Yeah, it did to me.
but it's the secret sauce behind all these mind-blowing capabilities.
Once I saw the demos, I was like, oh, this is where the magic happens.
Right. It's not just powering these agents, it's doing some seriously impressive stuff on its own. Real-time image generation, understanding spatial relationships, producing natural-sounding speech.
Especially the multilingual stuff. Remember that demo where the AI seamlessly switched between English and Spanish?
Yeah. And it maintained the same voice throughout. It was amazing.
Like suddenly all these things we thought AI could do are actually becoming reality.
And Flash is designed for speed and accessibility, so developers can easily integrate it into their own applications.
So the possibilities are pretty much endless, huh?
I think so. And what's really exciting to me is that it's not just about efficiency. Flash has the potential to make AI interactions more personalized and expressive. Like, imagine a weather app that actually sounds happy when it's sunny.
It's like sympathetic when it's raining.
Exactly. It's about making technology feel more human and relatable.
I like that. Okay, but we're just scratching the surface here.
Okay.
You mentioned 3 key areas where Gemini 2.0 is making waves, and we've only covered 2.
You're absolutely right. There's so much more to explore.
So what else does Gemini 2.0 have in store?
Well, let's dive into that next.
Sounds good. I'm ready for more mind-blowing AI awesomeness.
You got it. Well, we've seen how Gemini 2.0 is changing the game with personal assistance and online interaction, but it's also making waves in some really specialized fields.
Yeah, like you sent over some stuff about AI agents being used in gaming and coding, and I gotta be honest, some of it kind of went over my head.
Oh, yeah, some of that gets pretty technical.
Can we break that down a bit?
Absolutely. Let's start with gaming. Imagine an AI that can not only play a game, but actually understand the rules, come up with strategies, and even react to unexpected stuff, all in real time.
Wow. So it's not just following a pre-programmed script, it's actually playing the game like a human.
Exactly. They showed Gemini 2.0 playing this mobile game called Squad Busters, and it was incredible.
So it was making decisions on the fly, based on what was happening in the game.
Exactly. It was responding to prompts from a human player, but also adapting to the ever-changing environment of the game.
Wow, that's a huge step forward for AI, moving beyond just following rules to something that feels a lot more intelligent, right?
Exactly. It's a big deal. Now, you also mentioned the coding example with
Jules, I think it was called.
Yes.
Oh.
Jules is what they call an AI code agent. Basically, think of it like a super-powered programmer that can not only find bugs in code, but also suggest fixes, even write new code, and submit it for review on platforms like GitHub.
Hold on. It can actually write code. That sounds like a dream come true for any developer.
It is pretty amazing, and it highlights a bigger trend we're seeing with AI. It's moving beyond these general-purpose tools and becoming more specialized and integrated into specific workflows.
So we're going to see more AI agents that are experts in certain areas working alongside humans and helping them to be even more effective.
Exactly. It's all about augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them. But of course, whenever you have powerful new technology like AI, there are ethical considerations.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, we need to be careful about how much access we give these AI agents to our lives.
Right, that's one thing, but there are other potential risks to think about, like bias.
Oh, right. If the data used to train the AI is biased, then the AI itself could become biased, right?
Exactly. Imagine an AI hiring tool that unfairly favors certain candidates based on things like gender or race. That's a real concern.
That's a scary thought. So how do we make sure AI is being developed and used in a way that's fair for everyone?
Well, transparency is super important. We need to be able to understand how these AI agents are making decisions, not just accept their outputs blindly.
It's like we can't just treat it like a magic black box. We need to be able to see what's going on inside.
Exactly. If we don't understand the reasoning behind the AI's actions, it can become really dangerous.
So it sounds like the key takeaway here is that we need to be thoughtful and proactive about how we develop and integrate AI into our lives. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about the choices we make and the values we embed in these systems.
I couldn't have said it better myself. AI has the potential to be an incredible force for good, but it's up to us to make sure it's used responsibly and ethically.
Agreed. Well, this has been an incredible deep dive so far. We've covered so much, from the technical details to the broader societal impacts. But I feel like we've only scratched the surface. What happens next?
That's the beauty of this field. It's constantly evolving. There's always more to learn and discover. But I think the most important thing is to stay informed, keep asking those tough questions, and engage in conversations about the future of AI.
It's like we're all part of this journey together, and it's up to us to decide where it goes. But before we wrap up, I'm curious, from your perspective, what's the most exciting thing about the potential of these AI agents?
For me, it's the idea of AI agents not just working alone, but actually collaborating with each other to solve these really complex problems. Imagine a network of AI agents managing a city's traffic flow, responding to accidents in real time, optimizing routes, making sure everyone gets where they need to go smoothly and efficiently.
That sounds amazing, like a super intelligent traffic conductor, but wouldn't that require a massive leap in AI capabilities?
It would, for sure, but we're already seeing the building blocks for this kind of interconnected AI. Think about disaster response. We could have swarms of AI-powered drones coordinating search and rescue efforts, delivering aid, assessing damage, all much more effectively than humans could do on their own.
Wow, so it's like taking the concept of teamwork to a whole new level. But what about the impact on our daily lives? How would these AI agents change the way we live and work?
Imagine having a personal team of AI agents working behind the scenes to manage all those everyday tasks. One agent handles your schedule, another optimizes your finances, a third takes care of your home, and they're all communicating seamlessly to make your life easier and more efficient.
Okay, I have to admit that sounds pretty tempting, but I can't help but wonder, if the AI is taking care of all the complex stuff, what role would humans play in this future? Would we just be sitting back and letting the AI run the show?
That's a question a lot of people are asking, and it's a valid one. Some people see AI as a threat, potentially leading to mass unemployment and a loss of purpose for humans. But I think it's actually an opportunity.
An opportunity.
Yeah, an opportunity for us to focus on the things that make us uniquely human.
Yeah.
Our creativity, empathy, critical thinking, those are the things that AI can't replicate.
So instead of trying to compete with AI, we need to figure out how to work alongside it, using its strengths while developing our own.
Exactly. We need to become the architects of these AI systems, guiding their development, ensuring that they're used for the betterment of humanity. It's not about replacing humans, it's about empowering us to do more, achieve more, create a better future for everyone.
That's a really powerful message, and I think it brings us back to you, the listener. As these AI agents become more common in our lives, it's going to be up to all of us to shape their future.
That's right.
Stay informed, ask those tough questions, don't be afraid to speak up. The future of AI isn't set in stone. It's something we're creating together right now.
This is just the beginning of an incredible journey. Keep exploring the world of Gemini 2.0 and AI agents. There's so much to discover, and your insights and perspectives are essential to shaping this exciting new frontier.
Absolutely. Keep diving deep, stay curious, and remember, the future is closer than we think. Until next time, this has been The Deep Dive.